When you try to understand everything, you miss your life. When you try to understand everything, you end up missing your life. And this sentence hurts because it's true. We live in a generation that wants to analyze everything, explain everything, justify everything. Every emotion needs a reason. Every silence must have a meaning. Every behavior must have a logical explanation. We no longer live things, we dismantle them. We no longer feel, we interpret. We no longer go through moments, we dissect them. And while we are stuck in our minds, real life continues without us. Have you noticed how exhausting it is to think too much? You replay a conversation 100 times. You analyze a look, a message, the absence of a message. You ask yourself, why did they say that? Why are they acting like this? What does this really mean? And the more you try to understand, the further you move away from peace. Because not everything can be explained. Not everything can be made clear. Not everything can be solved with logic. Sometimes something just hurts, and that's all. No deeper hidden meaning, no enemy to blame, no perfect theory, just an emotion, just a moment, just a reality to move through. But we often refuse to move through it. We stay on the edge, analyzing the water, measuring the depth, checking the temperature, instead of stepping in and living. When you try to understand everything, you begin to delay your own life. You postpone decisions. You wait to be sure. You wait to have all the answers. You wait for everything to make sense. But the truth is, life is never fully clear. There will always be uncertainty, always some confusion, always some risk. And while you wait to understand, time does not wait for you. Days pass, people pass, opportunities pass, seasons pass, and you stay there, frozen in your mind, looking for perfect meaning in things that only ask to be lived. When you try to understand everything, you become a spectator of your own life. You watch your life instead of touching it. You think it instead of feeling it. You judge it instead of inhabiting it. You can be surrounded and still feel alone. You can smile and still be absent. You can succeed and feel empty because everything is happening in your head and no longer in your heart. You know, overthinking is not always intelligence. It's not always wisdom. Sometimes it's just fear in disguise. Fear of suffering. Fear of being wrong. Fear of losing. Fear of being hurt. Fear of loving without guarantees. So we protect ourselves with analysis. We hide behind logic. We give ourselves the illusion of control. But life cannot be controlled. Life must be lived. And to truly live, you must accept not knowing everything, not understanding everything, not predicting everything. You must accept being lost sometimes, confused sometimes, vulnerable sometimes. Because that's where life becomes real. When you try to understand everything, you can also push others away. You search for what's behind every word. You doubt every intention. You analyze every gesture. You no longer allow people to simply be human. Everything becomes strategy. Everything becomes calculation. Everything becomes a test. And in the end, you find yourself alone. Not because people left you, but because you were never truly present with them. You try to understand love instead of loving. You try to understand friendship instead of living it. You try to understand sadness instead of going through it. You try to understand joy instead of surrendering to it. But some things are not meant to be understood. They are meant to be felt. You don't need to understand why a moment is beautiful for it to be beautiful. You don't need to understand why a tear falls for it to be real. You don't need to explain everything to deserve to live. The truth is, the more you try to understand everything, the further you drift away from the present moment. And the present moment is the only place where life truly exists. Not in yesterday, not in tomorrow, not in the scenarios in your mind. Only here, only now. And many times, you are physically here, but mentally somewhere else. You eat without tasting. You look without seeing. You listen without hearing. You speak without being truly present. Because your mind is full of questions, doubts, analysis, and fear. When you try to understand everything, you can exhaust your soul. And the sad part is, you think you are moving forward, when in reality, you are spinning in circles inside your head. You don't need to understand every reason to move forward. You just need to choose one step, just one, even imperfect, even uncertain, even clumsy, because one step in the wrong direction will teach you more than 1,000 perfect theories that never move. You don't learn life by watching it. You learn life by living it. And yes, you will make mistakes. Yes, you will be disappointed. Yes, you will sometimes be broken, but you will be alive. While those who try to understand everything without living can pass through this world without ever truly feeling it. By searching for intellectual safety, you lose emotional richness. By searching for answers, you forget to place your hand on your heart. By needing everything to make perfect sense, you forget that life is often beautiful precisely because it is imperfect. You don't have to understand everything to be at peace. You don't have to analyze everything to move forward. You don't have to control everything to deserve happiness. Sometimes you simply need to let go. Let go of the question. Let go of the explanation. Let go of the need to know. And simply say, I don't understand, but I continue. And that is often the exact moment when life begins to flow through you again. So, if today you recognize yourself in these words, if you feel like you live too much in your mind, if you analyze everything all the time, if you feel mentally exhausted, it's not a flaw. It's just a signal telling you, come back to yourself, come back to the present, come back to life. You don't need to understand everything to live. You just need to dare to feel. And remember this, when you try to understand everything, you might be missing the most important thing of all, your own life.